Greetings and blessings. All praises be to the Most High Yah. We thank you for another blessed day that we have. I thank you, Yah, that you have sustained us and that you are keeping us sheltered amongst all the craziness happening in the world. And we praise you that you have protected us from the current perils going on in this world. And so this video is about just exactly that. We have to talk about what is going on and what this looks like. I hope that most of y'all are realizing that the scriptures are playing out before you. Like I said in the other video, this is what it looks like. And so we have to understand what all this means. What the closing of Job Corps means, what the sending of the immigrants back to the countries that they came from means. We have to understand what all of this means. And once you see where we are, you should know what it is we need to be doing right now as a nation. Okay, so, why are they closing? They say that our youth, Judah specifically, that the youth of Judah is lost and that they're wild, they're uncontrollable, they have no fathers, they have no ambition, they have no goals. But yet you close a program where these children are actively working on themselves, being productive, having a place to stay, having food to eat, not out in the streets, not causing crime, not doing harm to anybody, but working on themselves, gaining a trade. Why would they close those systems down? You say that Judah is lazy, does not want to work, that we have no goals, but you shut down you close their position saying that they were given to them. You take their position saying that they were given to them because of their color and not because of the merit or that they actually deserve these jobs. And we're seeing what's happening from all this. This is for you not to be mad, but this is another thing that we have to talk about. So what's happening? The book is wrapping up. We're here and everything that was written is happening, but the way that we were taught it is not what we're seeing because we were not taught it in the right way. When the people who take captivity of somebody take them, they don't teach them the way that they had learned before captivity. They make sure that they change, re-educate, reconstruct their minds so that they can stay captives, right? So that would happen when they take the very systems that we used to educate, the systems that we use to live and govern and rule. They would take those and pervert them. We're in that time of seeing that all of those lies we were taught, it's not working, it's not adding up, the math is not mathing, because your spirit is telling you that something is wrong. And you need to listen to your spirit and know that it's telling you the truth. And that starts by knowing what time we're in and what's really happening. I told you, they know what's coming. They know and they fully understand that there is a Yah, and this Yah, there is a real Elohim. This Yah, this Yahweh has people, and he's coming to contest for his people and the things that have happened to them. So certain things have to happen, certain things have to go on. People have to go back to their nations of origin. People have to go back to their homeland. So you're watching that. And when he says that, you already know, when it is being said by the government that we're getting rid of these immigrants so you can have your jobs back, and then he says that birthright citizenship is only to those Judah Americans, that is only for Judah that was put in captivity here. They're not saying that. I'm going to say it the way it is. Judah in captivity here, basically birthright citizenship is for Judah who was born here. Then you need to understand what they're saying. They're telling you that your role here in this country is that of being a captive. And so they don't want the Job Corps, because then you can go do something that they believe that they should have. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Or you can go and serve in the military. You can put your life on the line. You can be brave for us. You can go to the front of that line. You can fight. But if you don't die, if you don't meet your demise on the battlefield and you come back home, I know that you are an engineer. I know that you are great in science, but guess what? Those jobs aren't for you. You're going to go out into the fields. Or this big, beautiful bill that they're fighting about that you can't believe that you're hearing. You can't believe the stuff in it. Well, you can't believe how they're taking stamps and SNAP and Medicaid and Medicare. Yeah, well, Medicaid or Medicare, because they want the older ones to die off because they can't use them anyway. They try to push them to the limits. Medicaid, because if you don't get out here and work these fields, you ain't gonna have no health anyway. What good is your health if you're not in here working these fields? So they have to fill all these positions that they've left empty because they've sent everybody back home. They've sent the migrant workers back home. Food, yeah, no. If you don't come out here and work this field, you don't get to eat anything. And work this field meaning 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. You get out here and you work this field. So they're setting us up to go back into captivity. But I'm here to tell you that is not what Yah said would happen. And these moves that are making are against the very creator that is fighting for you. So what should we be doing? What should we be doing? That is not who we are. First of all, you must know that your identity is found in Yah, and He has called you to be a set-apart, destiny-bound, purposeful people, high priesthood for Him. So when you begin to say who you are and claim it, and not these lies that have been told to you, because the Bible says those people over there, they're not the people. That Jerusalem will be trodden down with Gentiles. Listen, let's put our minds together. Yah's people wouldn't be doing what they're doing just off of character. But He does have a people that are moving in the land that are not seen. And this is where you need to understand where we're at now. If you are a business, we don't need anyone's okay for us to take care of ourselves and be who we are. You talk about in Ezekiel 37, the valley of the dry bones. We talk about the valley of the dry bones and about, can these bones breathe again? Can they live again? And then they're reconstituted, and Ezekiel is told to take 2 rods, one from Jacob, one from Judah, and one from Israel, and put the 2 rods together so that they're one. This is where we're at now. How do you think that's going to happen if you're not physically out there bringing Judah and Israel together? Meaning, if you're out there and you're an influencer, if you're out there, you're a businessman, you're a contractor, you're an electrician, you're a plumber, you're a black woman who owns a business, you have a salon, or you have a clothing store, or you have a real estate company, or you have a marketing firm. Any of you that are already successful, there are many millionaires in this country that are Judah. If this is you, this is a call to you to step in and help these children. You say, I'm not sure. They're literally in the process of helping themselves. So you say, I don't want to help them. They're not helping themselves. Oh, I don't really know if I could trust them. You can't trust children who have nothing, who could be out in the streets, but instead they're in Job Corps trying to get a trade. You need to go and pick them up. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. And this is how you bring the 2 rods together. This is what it looks like when you say that I am a body of Yahusha. I am a part of the body of Yahusha. That means that you need to be actively part of his body. Bringing them in and uniting and being together, because the plan is for them to be out there in them fields. The plan is to put them back into captivity. That is the plan. But what they don't know is, as they're working these plans against us, Yah is moving around. He's not sitting idly watching, doing nothing. He is on the ground, moving, watching. How do you know that's true? You just coming up with this. You don't see these storms? This doesn't strike you as weird? This doesn't strike you as abnormal, that something must be happening, where these storms are hitting, how they're happening? I know, weather modification. If that was the case, he is allowing it to happen for a reason. Okay, so as they work against Yah's people, you will see Yah do supernatural works for his people, because that's him fighting for us. But part of that is, if you are able to get these children that are in Job Corps, give them a position. You see your neighbor is struggling. You see your neighbor is struggling. You see she's a single mother. You see her walking to try to take care of try to take care of her children. There's no game in taking care of your children. Don't harden your heart to someone's struggle. You see your neighbor. Do for your neighbor. This is what the early church did. They did for each other without question, and each one reached out and pulled on each other, and this is how they did it. There's already going to be persecution. Don't sit by idly and watch it. And I'm not telling you something that I'm not actively doing myself. You have to help the people in your community. You have to help them in any way. If it's financially, helping someone pay their rent, help. If it's taking someone to the grocery store, take them. If it's taking someone to their doctor's appointment, do that. If it's helping a child that wants to learn a trade and you're going out every day doing roofing, take them. Do this. This is what's needed. It's not even time to play, because you see what they're doing. This is how you reach it. You see Judah is out there trying. Go do business with them. You see that woman selling cakes and cookies and pies, trying to pay her bills. Go out there and support her and bring other people. You see that man doing all he can. He's out there cutting that grass. You know he's not getting but maybe $30. Go out there, give him a tip, give him more. Tell him you know somebody that can use his help. Hey, go out there and say, hey, I got somebody that you can come to. They will give you a certain amount a month if you just came by and cut the yard at this business 2-3 times a month. They will pay you so much money. I got this for you. Let me help you. This is what we're supposed to be doing now, not focusing on your own wealth, your own gain, your own thing, because they are working on eliminating the rest of the remnant. So you need to be physically understanding what is happening and being out there helping. I'm not saying to the point where you can't take care of your business and do your things. What I'm saying is, if you see it, if you see them, support them, help them. And while they're doing these things against us and they're setting these laws, another thing is happening. And that will help us to grow and build a nation. While this is happening, they're getting judged by their thoughts. They're getting judged by the rules they're making. So if any of these laws are affecting you, if any of this, the cut and snaps, the soon to be lack of medical care, the loss of a job because you have been deemed to be DEI, you know, that you only got the job because of your color, not because of your merit. If any of this relates to you, know that Yah is watching you and He hasn't left you, and that He has a plan. So I told you I try to stay in the Apocrypha and the Old Testament prophets because they now when I'm trying to do this, I rebuke you. Yeah, that will work. Because in the book of 2nd Esdras 15:3, Yah is telling us to fear not the imaginations against thee. He calls these things they're doing imaginations. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues unto the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, says the Lord, says Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, says Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock into the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Mitzrayim, Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Mithraim, Egypt, with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Mithraim shall mourn, and its foundations shall be smitten with plagues and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. A couple of things here. He's saying that we need to be, he hears the cries of his children. Yahweh hears the cries of Judah. He is saying, I have heard you and I can sit by idly no more. So what does that mean? That means you need to be calling unto him. So what should we be doing? Should we be begging them for rights? Should we be begging them for our job? Should we be begging them for food? Especially when the word says his children shall not be hungry or beg for bread. No, we should be calling on him knowing that he's listening, Yah's listening, and that he hears you. He hears you. And the wickedness that is within their hearts that he's judging and seeing as he's moving around, they're going to be judged for it. So every time this happens, you should be, oh Lord, do you hear? Oh Yah, do you see what they're doing? I'm just simply trying to take care of my family. I'm simply trying to do your will. I'm simply trying to be the best me I can be. You didn't tell me I was supposed to be a slave. You told me that I was a part of a high holy priesthood. I don't understand these things that are going on. You're supposed to be taking this to Yah, not to your senator, not to this president. They don't care. Does that mean that you are supposed to act like you're not in this world? No, I'm not saying that. You have to possess the land that you're in. You have to seize it, right? You have to take dominion over it. So you stand on it, but you don't run to them begging them for something, because that they're not going to do that. What they're doing is to put you in this place. So The best thing that the thing that you should be doing, as according to 2nd Esdras 15, is to be calling on Yah, and he's listening and he hears you. He will avenge you. He will avenge you. Misraim, Egypt, bondage. This whole system here in this country is set up on Egypt. Again. Right? So this is not saying Egypt. This is saying again. And he will make the land that took you captive desolate. This is why they don't want you reading the Apocrypha. Because if you read it, you would know that what they're doing to you and the plans they're working against you are going to work against them. Right? So we should be literally praying to Yah. And just another verse from the Apocrypha to help you, O daughters of Zion. Oh, daughters of Zion. I know, I do understand. From 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, verse 15. Yes, yes. Mother, embrace your children and bring them up with gladness. Make their feet as fast as a pillar. For I have chosen you, says Yahweh. And those that be dead will I raise up again from their places and bring them out of graves. For I have known my name in Yasharel. Fear not, you mother of children, for I have chosen you, says Yahweh. What is he saying? He's telling you to fear not all these things. Put all your faith, your trust in him. And he will take care of you and your family. Not the government, not the systems of this world, but he will sustain you when they go against you. Be not weary. Yes. Be not weary. For when the day of trouble and heaviness comes, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but you shall be merry and have abundance. Yes, my hand shall cover you, so that your children shall not see Sheol. Be joyful, O mother, with your children, for I will deliver you, says Yahweh. 2nd Esdras 2, 27 to 30. He's telling you, he's got you. He got this. He has this. What he needs from you is faith. Not telling you nothing that I haven't gone through. Not telling you something that I haven't had to learn or that I just magically knew. I'm telling you from experience. His word is real. He is with you. You are not alone. Be encouraged. Read 2nd Esdras. Read 2nd Esdras. Don't be troubled for the ways of this world. Because he's going to do some things. And we're going to watch. Be at peace. Help each other. Let's bring the rods of Israel and Judah together. Let's bring them together and be one people, not divided by ideology, not divided by disputable matters. Disputable matters. Should I wear my head wrap? Should I wear my hair out? Should I be worshiping on the Sabbath or on Sunday? Should I be? No. Let's not be divided on these things, for once we go into the wilderness. He will bring all of us onto one accord. So this thing that y'all are trying to do to get everybody on one page, that's not really going to happen until Yah brings us into the wilderness and he begins to flush out everything that wants to be disagreeable. When he begins to move people who don't want to be obedient out the way, when he begins to do his filtering of us in the wilderness, and then he's left with that remnant that are in line with his word, that's when we're going to see that. But for right now, let's be together, one rod, helping each other in these times. Because together we are Yah, we are his body, we are Yahusha's body, doing the work and the labor here now while we can. Don't see your people struggling and have a hard heart. Don't do that. Don't see your people struggling and have a hard heart. I can tell you that it took somebody, and mostly people who did not know me, to get me and my children to this place. It wasn't easy. But we're here by Yah's grace and mercy, and by the destiny helpers that he sent to us. Be a destiny helper for somebody. Help somebody that you see out there. Help them. Because they got a plan for all of Judah. Not just the ones that you deem as poor. He got something for all of Judah. And this is what we have to pay attention to and focus on, and not what they're doing, these laws and stuff, because they know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to get you back in them fields. They want your hands back on the plow, plowing for them. That's what they want. When Yah has already destined us to be set apart for his will, which is what caused the Exodus to begin with. So just a couple things. Be at peace. Help somebody. I'm not telling you nothing that I don't do. Help somebody. In the name of Yahusha. Be blessed and be at peace. In Yahusha's name.